A pleasant good evening, each and every one. The saying is, action speaks louder than words. The man I'm about to introduce has proven that many, many time and time again. Fellow Virgin Islands, I am honored to introduce to you a man who worked hard all his life to uplift himself and others from humble beginnings. A man who has proven himself to be a strong and successful leader, compassionate, forthright, enthusiastic, patriotic, hardworking, and able to connect with people from every walk of life. I am pleased to present to you a man with passion for the welfare and just treatment of children, young people, seniors, women, and men of all ages. A man with a passion to improve people's lives in order to make the Virgin Islands the very best it can be. Ronnie W. Skelton, a founding member of the National Democratic Party, has been serving his beloved Virgin Islands for many years, in and out of the halls of the legislature. The son of Ellis and Ellen Skelton, as a young boy, Ronnie worked in his parents' shop and assisted his father with raising animals. He also learned the value of hard manual labor, toiling alongside his family at the quarry at Fish Bay. He later pursued studies in electrical engineering and returned home to provide sterling leadership at the BVI Electricity Corporation from 1980 to 1999, where he served as distribution engineer and later rose to the rank of general manager. Ronnie is strong, yet a compassionate leader who has dedicated his life to serve out of a deep love and concern for people, especially the less fortunate. He believes that if you aspire to lead others, you must be willing and able to serve others. He also believes in leading by example. His former colleagues at the BVI Electricity Corporation witnessed firsthand during hurricanes when he would be climbing poles to assist restoring electricity to the country. With extraordinary strength of character, he hates injustice. You would know how he feels about that when you see his head tilted one side. I need not say more. We are truly happy and proud that he has offered himself in further service to the people of this country as a territorial at-large representative and legislator of the House of Assembly. In this capacity, he brought about many meaningful changes. As Minister of Finance, from 2003-2007, he lowered payroll tax with the first $10,000 earned now free. He was also instrumental in implementing the low-income housing scheme, with at least 5 homes were built. He also laid the groundwork for postal codes in the territory and improvement to our postal system, and ensure that customs was properly equipped to protect our maritime borders by appropriating the funds to purchase 2 high-speed go-fast patrol vehicles. Through his leadership, our young people are able to attend the H. Larry Stout Community College tuition-free. He also introduced duty exemptions for taxi drivers, spearheaded the purchase of over $20 million of foreign-owned land for the people of the British Virgin Islands, and spearheaded a strategy that sent several young Virgin Islanders overseas to study medicine and nursing. More recently, he made substantive contributions in social sectors by creating the territory's first national gender policy, implementing protocols for handling domestic violence, child abuse matters, and making improvement to the Public Assistance Act. Medical Health Act, and the Youth Courts Act, as well as fashioning landmarks legislation to equalize the status of children. Recognizing the country's need for quality healthcare services, modern infrastructure, and human resources, Ronnie facilitated health reforms that would be the catalyst for a new era in the health and wellness in the Virgin Islands. People of all ages across the territory are on the move in the fight against chronic diseases and towards a healthier Virgin Islands. What a proud moment it was in December 2014 when we opened those doors at the new Pebbles Hospital to the people of the British Virgin Islands, the Eastern Caribbean, and the world. Of course, he could not have done all of this without the support of his dear wife Janice and the praying hands of his mother Ellen, and the sacrifices of his children, Ronnie and Policia, his grandchildren, and entire extended family. We are grateful to all of you for allowing us, the people of these Virgin Islands, to share your husband, son, father, grandfather, brother, and uncle. Ladies and gentlemen, as someone once said, what counts our leaderships is not the length of the years, but the reach of our vision, the strength of our belief that the rare quality of mind and spirit that can call forth the best in our country and our people. Please join me in enthusiastically welcoming this inspiring, compassion, hard-working, patriotic, and humble man, a man of the people, and a man of action, the Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton.
Vote Ronnie, vote Ronnie, I sing vote Ronnie, for the future of this country. I sing vote Ronnie, vote Ronnie, I sing vote Ronnie, for the future of this country. Ronnie is a man with a good reputation, always standing firm with the people of this nation. Excellent leader who would never lead us astray. On election day, Ronnie Skelton on the way. I sing vote Ronnie, vote Ronnie, I sing vote Ronnie, for the future of this country. I sing vote Ronnie, vote Ronnie, I sing vote Ronnie, for the future of this country. First priority is the people of this country. Excellent healthcare for the young and the elderly. He has the vision for a brighter future. On election day, Ronnie Skelton all the way. I sing vote Ronnie, vote Ronnie, I sing vote Ronnie, for the future of this country. I sing vote Ronnie, vote Ronnie, I sing vote.
You know, I was just sitting listening. Who they were talking about? Was that me, Dr. Pickering? Huh? I would like to thank Brittany for those very, very kind words. I'd like to thank the youth group, whoever put it together, because I am not a man who can write about myself. So I will have had an issue writing that story. You know, it's very difficult to be coming after Myron V. Walwyn and his entourage. Myron Gocho. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, good evening. You know, my name is Ronnie W. Skelton, and I'm a member of the National Democratic Party at-large team. They call it the National Democratic Party Action Team. I come before you this evening to ask that you allow the National Democratic Party's team and me to continue the work we have started once again and return us to the third House of Assembly. I ask for your votes because of the work we have done, and we will continue to do as your representatives. I firmly believe that our records speak for themselves. I believe that during the last 3.5 years, my record speaks for me. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, many of you may know what drives me to get the best healthcare system we can afford for these Virgin Islands. My health challenges made me contemplate on the fact that had I not have medical insurance and money to pay for the quality and type of healthcare services that I needed, I might not have been here speaking to you tonight. My health challenges deepen my commitment and my resolve to provide access to the highest quality of healthcare services and the best opportunities for prevention of disease to all residents of the Virgin Islands, and regardless of pre-existing conditions and your and our ability to pay. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, upon my election to office in 2003 and being assigned the portfolio of health, we decided to create an organization that will be able to develop and manage the delivery of quality, affordable healthcare services for all of the people of the Virgin Islands. This decision gave birth to the BVI Health Services Authority. I am extremely pleased to say that the BVI Health Services Authority has evolved into an organization that is well on the way to fulfilling our vision for the provision of healthcare services in our country. For many years, our country had been in need of a modern hospital. And so we took up the challenge and began the planning process. Construction plans were developed and financing was organized, and in January 2007, the National Democratic Party government began the construction of the new hospital. We did not lose focus, and when we took office again in 2011, the completion of the hospital became an integral component of this government plans for the advancement of healthcare in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we realized that this was just the infrastructural component of a healthcare vision that required a holistic approach. And so, for us to bring our full healthcare vision into reality, our expert team of civil servants in the Ministry of Health and Social Development devised a national health strategy for a healthier Virgin Islands. This all-encompassing national health strategy consisted of infrastructure development, a National Food and Nutrition Advisory Council, a human resources for health strategy, the establishment of partnership with HEMA Health of Puerto Rico, and other local, regional, and international healthcare providers. A national health strategy for the reduction and prevention of diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, and cancers. A financing mechanism that will give equal access to quality health care services to all residents of the Virgin Islands. Fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, a waste management strategy was developed to address all waste management challenges, and new amended legislation to facilitate the delivery of healthcare services and social services to this country were developed. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, we have had tremendous success with the implementation of our strategy. Needless to say, one of the diamonds in our country's crown is a new state-of-the-art People's Hospital. With many, many new improved services. Our partnership with HEMA Health of Puerto Rico provide us with specialist services here at home that will have normally required our people to travel overseas for medical care, especially our seniors. This partnership is saving our people thousands of dollars in travel, room, and board. Our human resources for health strategy, our food and nutrition advisory council, and our strategy for the reduction and prevention of diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, and cancers are well on the way to implementation. Our door-to-door waste management collection and recycling initiative are having great success. The numerous pieces of legislation that have been passed in the House of Assembly have strengthened the Health Services Authority and the Social Development Department to carry out their mandates. Fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, the ministry's accomplishment will take too much time to list them all here. However, I encourage you to access the government list of accomplishment over the past 3.5 years, published in an electronic booklet on the government's website, www.bvi.gov.vg, looking for ebook. Your government at work, and you will be amazed at the amount of work we have done. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, healthcare in the Virgin Islands, in both the private and public sector, is on the move. The future is bright for healthcare and wellness in our country. But I will be the first to tell you that we are not home yet, and that there will be bumps on the road. We still have a lot more to accomplish in the years ahead. This is why the National Democratic Party Action Team must be returned to the third House of Assembly. And government, so that we can complete the great works we have started. Fellow Virgin Islanders, friends, our infrastructure development continues with the construction of the long overdue North Iris O'Neill Medical Center. When this medical center is completed in the months ahead, It will be a modern state-of-the-art facility that will provide around-the-clock service and will be home to our helicopter ambulance service. To serve the people of Antigua, Virgin Gorda, and Jost Van Dyke. Here in Tortola, our hospital annex will be renovated to give more space to the dialysis unit and the lab. The Old People's Hospital will be retrofitted to accommodate a state-of-the-art dental facility and an outpatient clinic. The Adina Donovan's home that was put on hold for a little while will occupy space in the old hospital to accommodate patients required nursing care. With the completion of the new Adina Donovan's home at Spooner's Estate, we will then be able to refit the old Adina Donovan home for use as a chronic psychiatric inpatient care center. These achievements will complete our medical campus in Rotown. The plans for the Eastern Longlook and Capoons Bay polyclinics will be discussed with the communities before they are finalized. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, healthcare services in our New People's Hospital continue to improve. Our telemedicine program is fully functional, and this will give us the ability to assist remotely with medical procedure in the new Iris O'Neill Medical Center and all the clinics around the Virgin Islands. Provider network agreements will be formed with Baptist Health of South Florida, Pavia Hospital of Puerto Rico, and other local and regional and international providers that will strengthen our healthcare system here at home. The high standard of our new hospital has put it on a path to accreditation. When this is achieved, we will be moving towards a lucrative medical tourism market and establishment of medical and nursing schools in the Virgin Islands. Our expectation is that our penetration of medical tourism market and the opening of the medical school and nursing school will have a significant positive impact on our economy. These initiatives will create a need for additional accommodations, entertainment, recreation, transportation on land and on sea, and the list can go on and on. The ancillary needs of our new hospital and the services that it will provide will add a tremendous boost to our tourism product, creating hundreds of jobs and spurring economic growth for our people. The wellness maintenance aspect of our national strategy with its community-based committees will get more traction with the development of parks and recreation facilities in all communities. This will support our transition to a healthier lifestyle choices and increase physical activity that will enable us to achieve our goals towards a healthier Virgin Islands. However, fellow Virgin Islands and friends, for us to achieve these lofty goals, we must each do our part. You must send the National Democratic Party government back to the third House of Assembly to finish the good work it has started for the people of these beautiful Virgin Islands. Fellow Virgin Islands and friends, healthcare issues and social issues are very boring. But they only become important when you need them. And that's when you realize that you should have paid attention. So my fellow Virgin Islands and friends, our journey will be complete when our healthcare infrastructure and the quality and delivery of healthcare services of the highest standard that we can attain. Our journey will be complete when all our residents have equal access to quality healthcare services, regardless of their ability to pay. Fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, our journey will be complete when we are able to attract experienced doctors and nurses to reside on all our sister islands. Our journey will be complete when our seniors are resting comfortably and enjoying the remainder of their lives in their new modern facility on the breezy hills of Spooner's Estate. My fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, our journey will be complete when the people of Virgin Gorda, Antigua, and Jost Van Dyke have access to quality health care and air ambulance service to their new state-of-the-art People's Hospital. Our journey will be complete when our medical and nursing schools are established and medical tourism has become a significant revenue stream and jobs creator for our country. Our journey, ladies and gentlemen and friends, our journey will be complete when our people are making healthier choices, engaging in increased physical activities. And I can easily state here, the chronic diseases in our country are on a continuous downward trend. And some of us are enjoying vacation with the money we will have spent on medicine. Fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, our journey will be complete when we have a transitional home for all people who, for whatever reason, experience some level of homelessness. Our journey will be complete when we raise the national retirement age from 60 to 65 to fall in line with Social Security benefit payments. And finally, my fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, our journey will be complete when our chronically mentally challenged citizens are properly taken care of in our psychiatric inpatient center for the chronically mentally challenged. So my fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, this is not a quick fix. This will take some time. You have already seen tremendous progress. Again, we are asking for your support to continue this progress for our country and our people. Working together, we will complete this journey. So my fellow Virgin Islanders and friends, my records speak for itself. The National Democratic Party's record speaks for itself. And this is where I start begging. Please, I'm begging you, give us your support to allow us to complete what we have started. Our country cannot afford to go back to November 2007. So on Monday, June 8th, when you go to the polls, go early. Go early. But please don't vote often. Just vote once. Vote once for the National Democratic Party's action team and the National Democratic Party's district team. So when you go to the polls, again, go early. We want some early results. And vote for our premier. Vote for our premier, Dr. D. Orlando Smith. His records speak for itself. Vote for my colleague and friend, Archibald Christian. His record also speaks for him. Vote for Myron V. Walwyn. And you can see his record speak for itself. And when you go to the polls early, also vote for me, Ronnie W. Skelton. Let us make this journey, this next 4-year journey together. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Democratic Party action is an action party. We say what we're going to do, and we do what we say. Mark will take care of the districts. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for coming out this evening. And may Jehovah continue to bless you and these beautiful Virgin Islands.